Hi friends, Doug Goodrich with Goodrich Aviation and Custom Aircraft Builders. And one of the things I want to do with our YouTube channel is start to interview some of our builders that are building their Sling or their vans here with us, so you get to know them and kind of why they purchased the airplane and a little bit about their airplane, their story basically, because it is pretty interesting to get to know all these guys that are building planes with us. So with me is Metodi Filipov,
Yep.
and you're from
I live in New York. I've lived in New York for 37 odd years. But
Long Island area.
Yeah.
Yep.
But I was born back in Bulgaria long time ago.
Neat. All right. And Metodi is our second airplane. So if you're familiar, been following us, my airplane is done, completed, and through phase one in flying, and we're loving it. That is my TSi. And so Metodi's is our second one coming through our shop, and it is it's just about done. It's clearly through paint. We're ready to run the engine. We just bled the brakes for the Behringer system that he has today, so we're getting very close to the DAR inspection, and then soon for the first flight. So, tell me why you chose a Sling.
It was a long story. Back in 2019, I was in the market for a four-seater general aviation plane. I looked at certified planes, but I had one requirement: it has to be a modern engine. I wanted as much as automation as I can get on a plane, and I don't have to worry about perfect combustion, doing it by hand. I tried pretty much every plane that's out there, the Tecnam, the Diamond, that has that element, the FADEC system. But they didn't meet the criteria, so I can fit, not for heavy adults, but for adults at a normal size in a plane and get some fuel to get some distance on it. And none of the certified planes met that criteria. And okay, what I can do is start looking at the engines that are FADEC engines and see if there's an airframe attached to that engine.
Back into it, yeah.
Yep, and that's how I found Sling. And fast forward, we are here.
Yep. And you've been to South Africa. You went there
Yes,
and visited?
I did during COVID because I ordered a plane sight unseen.
Yeah.
That convinced me that we can do it together. I'll help you build it, and it was a great choice. So I flew it in South Africa for the first time.
Yeah, and you were out there when Linda was building, right?
Yes,
Got
that
to
was
be around the high wings when they were in
It was the
their early
same
development.
time Linda was building her first high wing there.
Yep.
It was a great experience to see her as well, and the build of the high wing.
Yep, neat. Now, tell us about your airplane, because it's got some unique things to it. You're at least for me, you're the first person that wanted a 750. You had to have a 750 in your panel. And the guys at Midwest pushed back a little bit, but you guys worked out
We worked it out.
a compromise.
They're very helpful. They did all the stuff that's necessary to fit the requirement. I don't like small screens. I'm a messy person, so I need big screens and everything dedicated. So that was the requirement for a 750. Not anything functionality-wise, just the usability of it.
Yep. Yeah, and so to make it all work, the key was to get rid of the phase of flight controller for the Airmaster propeller. And Metodi's the first person that ever told me about the option for an MT propeller.
Yeah.
And that was really the key that unlocked the whole thing.
That led to the conversation with MT Propeller and the great people at RS Systems.
Yeah.
And the minute they told me what they do, it says, okay, it doesn't matter what we're putting inside, this propeller goes in with that controller, because that adds to the level of automation I was looking for. The more stuff the computers can control, the better I feel.
Yep. And you have lots of redundancy.
Correct. Everything is literally three
Yeah.
in this plane.
3
Alternators, 3 AHAR systems.
So
I don't know how many, 5, 7 batteries. Everything has 2 batteries on it.
Yeah.
Every screen has
3 big screens. So yep. There's plenty there. So yeah, we also have Behringer brakes on it, as I said before.
We did the Behringer brakes because I've flown a bunch of flight sports and I like the way they work. They're really great product. So we worked it out to install it on that plane. We came later to order them, but we're happy with what we got at the end of the as a result.
Yeah, we don't have an airframe that's designed around the Behringer brake, so we had to do a lot of modifications. So
That's for sure.
he has the regulator, the pressure regulator in there, so we had to figure out how to mount that, and just mating of the different hoses and things there has been a little bit of a challenge. And but it's we've gotten through it, so now they're on and bled, and a little bit more work to go there. And you have a Sling interior, correct?
Correct. Yes,
Yep.
I ordered mine through Sling.
And with orange stitches.
Correct. That was a requirement. The stitching of the seat had to match the paint color.
Yeah. And you can tell he likes orange. You got the beautiful.
Yeah, everybody makes fun of you. About
Yeah,
that.
the orange paint. Yeah, your scheme has really grown on me. At first, I was like, all right, whatever, and it has really grown on me. I'm sure in the video you can't tell, but his pinstripe there is a navy blue metallic, and so until you really get it in the light and can see it, you don't really see the metallic. And one of the big challenges of painting his airplane was when the original masks were ordered from Evoque, it had 1/4 inch.
That was the
pinstripe.
wrong size of the
And
stripe.
so he wanted them larger so you could actually see the blue, because you couldn't tell the blue from black when at 1/4 inch. So they're 1/2 inch. So we had to figure out how to upsize that and stripe all that.
I almost forgot about that.
Yeah, that was
a challenge.
We'll never forget about that. that was a lot of work. So, so you've got the MT propeller on the front. And we've got pretty much your standard hoses and things like that, and the 915.
Yeah, the standard 950.
Yep.
Because at the time we ordered it,
The 916 wasn't available.
It wasn't available.
Yep. So so that's he's got our Avio overhead lights, which if you see, we've got black ones and silver ones in there. And it's just the black ones are back ordered for a bit now, and so we've just put some silver ones that we have here so we can get them up and flying. So those are our multicolor overhead lights there, and he's also got our air control system.
Correct.
With the plumbing that comes right off of the radiator down through the center for the heat, and then the NACA vents on the side are just vents. And then we're hoping we've actually got them wired up for air conditioning in the future. Should I be able to get that system?
We have the
up and
wiring
going?
ready for the air conditioning.
We've got the 4-gauge wire already installed in the airframe, so if that all works out, we'll be able to go with that. So your Midwest panel, your avionics panel, it's
pretty standard.
Yeah,
It's
other than the 750.
Yeah,
and then you've got
everything
the
else is
other.
standard.
The other kind of backup. Instead of a G5, he went with a different unit.
Yeah, I found a small AI unit that is like 2.5 inch.
Yeah, just
So
a
it's
small
just
one.
a visual AI, if anything else.
Yep. Just to have it, but there was space issues.
Yeah, there was a
with
space
with a full
issue
G5.
with the whole panel, because I didn't realize how small the panel on the Sling is compared to any other plane. The RVs are slightly bigger.
Yeah, that's why you see a lot of those with rocker switches.
Yeah, they have
or
plenty of space
toggles.
for switches and everything else. We had to deal with a lot of space constraint on this.
Yep. All right, so that's Metodi and his Sling TSi. Hopefully we'll have some video here soon of his first flight and phase 1. It's going to be a lot of fun to get both slings up there flying next to each other and getting some air to air. It's early February here in New York, and it's still, even though we've had a streak of really lousy weather and then some really beautiful weather, it's almost 50 degrees out today. But it's been tough to get some good aerial shots of my airplane and stuff. So we hope as the weather starts to turn here in spring, we can get more and more and be flying around together soon. So, all right. Well, thanks for watching. Appreciate it if you'd click like and subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll see you on the next video. Thanks, Metodi.
Thank you.